Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Farlandiversary. The marathon continues. Well, actually, the marathon will be starting soon. Not today, though, because I had a very long and busy day behind me today, and yeah, I'm definitely not gonna be able to make it super uber long. But yeah, like I said, the marathon should be a go for this weekend. I'm gonna do one for sure tomorrow, and then Sunday we'll see, and then Monday. I'm hoping to do one on Monday for sure. I think I'm working on Sunday, so it might be a touch and go, but I might be able to get 2 marathon episodes if all goes well. Maybe even one if I can make a nice long one. I've just been really into the idea of doing another marathon to wrap this thing up. So maybe tomorrow can be the last day of the Farlandiversary. That would be a good idea. End it with a bit of a marathon. That'd be cool. And on 45, no less. But yeah, back with another commentary, and it, as with tradition in Journey, I must say, it has been a little bit, a few days. I always kind of end up doing commentaries every few days. If I reworked the schedule for this series, I guess it would be every few days, and it would be only commentary, like every other series on the channel. But no, that's not the way it goes in Journey, unfortunately. I like to hang out in this world more than I can talk, account for it with the talking. So, yeah. You get some empty episodes, but oh well. There's like, I think 200 commentary episodes now, almost, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool milestone to reach. Now, I guess that could have been thinking of like how if I had done only commentary, that I guess would be a bit of a metric for how many commentary episodes I would have done by now. And marathons, oh, you could forget it. If I was having to do commentary the whole marathon, look, if I had an audience, if I had all these things that everyone wishes for, and that some receive, it would be easy to do a marathon. Well, not easy, but it would be easier. I can go for a few hours with other people chatting along with me. I think the longest I've gone, I don't even know if I've made it 4 or 5 hours just chatting with someone. That'd be an interesting thing to find out. I haven't gone through my commentaries like that because I know they're kind of few and far between these days, but I used to do a good handful of them. And I guess recently I did with Cherry and then Devin at the beginning of Farlandiversary 42 days ago, or 43 days ago. Well, I guess it would have been more than that, accounting for my trips and all that jazz, but yeah, right about. Let's just say 2 months. Just round it up. But yeah, it's good to be back doing commentary. I really wanted to do one today. Just, I get a bit of a sense for it. Like sometimes I really want to talk, and then sometimes I'm like, it's midnight and I don't want to, speak a word. But that's, the kind of series this is. It's kind of a mixture. You can get the best of, well, both the commentary and the no commentary if you want. Although it's kind of, judging by analytics and stuff, it seems like the commentaries, well, I guess commentary and no commentary are kind of on par most of the time, but the ones that actually do get popular, I think, are the no commentary, which says something about my commentary. I try. I didn't come into this trying to be an entertainer, okay? I started this world, I mean, I guess I was streaming, but I started the world at a time where I wasn't planning on streaming it, and the whole series thing came as an afterthought. Pretty much. But, yeah, it is quite a time. And I was just thinking off the top of my head about this whole conundrum I had. I think I realized the other episode that the world size, well, I mean, I knew the world size had been cleared, but also the day counter. The world size is an easy one. I can just see it in pretty much any episode. So for season 1, I could just look at the world size at the very end of it, and I could basically just add all the world sizes up because the last one was like 30-40 gigabytes. Well, this world, but for some reason it reset the counter, and the chunk data is all still here, but I guess the stat file must have got corrupted or something because my statistics reset, my achievements reset, because you can go back in the series, and I actually do have episodes getting some of the harder achievements. I'll have to get them again, of course, now that I've lost them. But I did get like the when pigs fly and stuff like that. I've never gotten on a rail. That's one I haven't gotten in this world. I've got a lot of bucket list items, but I don't know when I'll get around to them. Oh, I got plenty of time anyway. But yeah, we'll have to go about re-earning all of my achievements in this world, which is a little bit like, but it gives me a chance to do some more fun episodes. Maybe try speed running some of them. Well, speed running. I'm no speed runner. That's for sure. I could turn on a speed running timer. It doesn't mean I'm going to be any faster. I'll probably be even slower because I'm trying to rush myself. But yeah, I'm kind of known for the slow runs, like in Newcraft Season 2. Oh, what is the one in Newcraft 2 that everyone was talking about? The slow run. It was me going around the island. It was like, oh, when are you gonna speed run defeating the Ender Dragon? Although I feel like there is a speed run that's like a few hundred hours. I feel like that would be my world kind of thing. Like I haven't defeated the Ender Dragon in any personal world, but I feel like that would be me. Like hundreds of hours before defeating the Ender Dragon. And it's an actual speedrun entry. Like they actually clocked the whole thing, which is just phenomenal. That's the kind of stuff I'd pull off. Because I'm slow when it comes to a lot of stuff like Minecraft. I guess I progress a little bit quickly, but for Journey, that's just so I can keep going. And, I don't have to stop that much. It's nice to have diamond gear anyway because it's fast, it's efficient, but in modern Minecraft, yeah, I guess I do kind of try to aim for the good gear, but like the general things people aim for, like the Ender Dragon and like a lot of that stuff, I'm just not into. Maybe in my own personal world I would be, but I haven't made it to that point in a personal world. So it's a little bit here and there with that kind of thing. Everyone else kind of does that before me, leagues before me. And next thing you know, Connor's already built every farm in the book that he needs. And Brody's already built a mega base. I guess that's kind of the stereotypical, I guess, what they do. Oh man, I've been thinking a lot about Newcraft recently. It's been kind of here and there as well. And I really want to get back into it. I think I want to try and drag Devin into an evening of playing the server, and I'll do an episode then. Maybe my first live stream episode. Because I think I'm going to transition to doing bulk episodes like I am for my new series, which I'll get around to pretty shortly. I'm actually spacing out my discussions today, I know. I usually don't do that. I'm usually not that good with it. But I'm on the ball today. I was doing that. Newcraft discussion. I want to get Devin on the server, and well, he's been playing a ton. He wants to show me his base anyway, so I'll probably do another episode pretty soon if I can. Maybe even getting him on this weekend would be nice, or next week. It depends when I'm able to slot Devin in, or whenever he's able to slot me in, because he kind of plays the server separate to me, because I don't I don't really play the server lately. I've been trying to think of what I want to do to improve my enjoyment on the server when I come back, but it's a little bit here and there. I'm kind of humming and hawing about things. I'm going to do the one thing that I do want to do, which is work on spawn, which is something I probably should have done a long time ago, considering this world is 2 months old. I think spawn needs a bit of refurbishment because it's basically a barren mesa. And the spawn point has like one of Brody's day one farms, like his like little crop farm he did on day one, and that was it. So yeah, definitely want to get some kind of town center going there. I think that would really liven it up, and I just need something to get me, like a project to get me attached to the server again. And then I think that can snowball into other things. That'll snowball into other tasks and buildings and things. I already got ideas going, so I'm looking forward to that whenever I get around to that. But yeah, Newcraft SMP, maybe some new episodes. I don't really. I guess I talk about it a lot, but it's not really, I guess, a big limelight of a series. I should be talking more about Better Than Adventure. Well, I'll get around to that too. I got plenty to say today, apparently. Already through the first day. And man, some cool terrain here. I mean, I say that. I've seen the same old. Well, I guess everything's different though, isn't it? I was gonna say same old, but Beta Train is just so novel. You see new things every episode. You get the same biomes, of course, but you got like crazy nonsense like that. Just vertical, like sheer drops and cliffs and whatnot. Hey, creeper. Goodbye. But yeah, Newcraft, I'm really looking forward to getting back into that. And I'm going to make it more of a sustainable series for myself because I don't really know how the edited series are going to go going forward. I'm trying to do like VODs and whatnot. It's a little bit difficult because I want to do edited VODs, like slightly edited, like I am with my new series. I keep alluding to it. I'm gonna have to reveal it at one point or another. I'm sure those of you curious probably already looked at the channel and found out what it is. But yeah, Newcraft is gonna be an epic time. It's just kind of all over the place lately. The last little while. But that's really, if I want to think of like Minecraft, I know Journey is a big thing, but that's my main like Minecraft world, technically. Even if I don't treat it as such. It is technically the main world, at least for multiplayer and modern versions. It is the main thing. You know, but I guess this journey here is the main thing for the channel. And really for me, I guess. It's the true main thing for the time being anyway. I don't imagine that is subject to too much change. Oh, it might change a little bit. We'll see. Yeah, I'm looking forward to returning to that SMP, that server. Because I already did, I guess, a few times over the last few weeks, but I'm going to get royally back whenever I get that spark going or whenever me and Devin can catch each other logging on. Because I've been logging on, he's never been on, but he plays at like a certain time slot. I guess I'll have to inquire. But yeah, I guess I should move on to the new series next, which lo and behold is the game Shapes 2. Not Shapes, the original game. There's actually a second one now. The automation game. Factory building. Cutting and dyeing and all sorts of things with shapes. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I did an episode 0, which was supposed to be the episode 1. And then I think, well, I went into it with the idea of it being an isolated thing. Like I was going to just do the tutorial and I figured, oh, most game tutorials don't continue with the tutorial into the actual game. So I was just playing it in a way that I could just, do things lickety split and, I'd be none the wiser for the main episode kind of thing. But at the end of the episode, I actually realized, oh, crap, I actually have to continue with the factory, and I wasn't really that happy with the factory and what I was right about ready to move on, and I still had plenty of shapes and stuff to go, so I did an episode 1 yesterday, and that was a lot of fun. They're longer episodes. They're more like Journey-esque, with like the hour multi-hour thing, because that's usually how I play games. You just, Better Than Adventure is just a lucky case of me deciding to do it for a shorter length of time. I think that works nicely for a series like Minecraft. Shapes, I guess, could also work for like a game automation game like that. Just kind of taking it a bit slower. I kind of took it quite quickly, and the game was kind of keeping up with me. I was like, "Oh, you better start, going quicker." And I'm like, "I'm already going as fast as I can." It was like that. It was like that kind of thing where I was basically racing the game. I feel like I do that sometimes, and other times I'm just so slow. It takes me forever to do anything. But that's been a whole whack ton of fun to do. And that was kind of where I mentioned the editing thing of like the VODs, because shapes, like the VODs are long. I've been cutting them back a little bit, and I'm debating on cutting out the silence. Like I did it for the first episode, I cut out all the silence, but there's all these little bits where I'm just building quietly, and I kind of add a little comment here and there. So I don't know what I want to do. I might just upload them, and then if people start making note of it, then maybe I will reconsider my angle and do some light editing. Like a half hour editing session. Some lighter stuff. Just getting rid of the little bits here and there of awkwardness or quietness while I'm building. I kind of think it's nice though, because then I just jump cut a lot, and then you're just like having to keep up with what's going on. Although I guess that's how normal videos are. I'm just trying to think of a good way to do it for me anyway, in a sustainable way going forward. And I'm chock full of series. I think I'm gonna have to toss one aside. Well, I guess I will be tossing Silver Age aside once me and Devin do the Ender Dragon, but I feel like 5 series is, well, I guess Newcraft. So I guess Journey, Shapes, and Better Than Adventure, and Silver Age. So that's 4. 5 with Newcraft. But Newcraft is kind of a strange case for now, so I don't have to worry about that. But that's a lot. 4 series. I might have to cut back. I'm thinking. I know some people might be like, oh, because it's like my most popular series, but Better Than Adventure is probably the one I'm most likely to kind of wrap up and kind of, come back to every once in a while. Do it a little bit less scheduled. I know the episodes are doing pretty okay. Like the new ones are kind of slower, but some of them have been getting tons of views. Like, oh my gosh, like channel breaking, like record breaking views. It's crazy. Let me check the episodes right now, the ones in question. I think it was episode 5 or episode 6. It was one of the two. Yeah, I want to check some analytics. Better Than Adventure, episode 6. Yeah, it was Katinga and Chainmail. Yeah, it's at 2.1 thousand views, or 2,100 views. Holy man, that is epic. What about the second part? Is that 1.4K? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I should actually look and see. Let me take a look. I'm just looking at some analytics. It's always cool to see. Oh yeah, I wanted to see what's my most popular video right now. That's probably up there, if not the highest. I know I'm kind of just like, oh yeah, look at all these views, but I mean, I don't got many videos above 2,000 views. Yeah, that's probably my new highest viewed video. Is Better Than Adventure. Look at that. Just the little guy, the little guy of a series just comes in. I'm doing something low key and very short form episodes, and boom, it's just hit it off, which is a little bit crazy. It's actually got an audience and stuff, which I guess Journey has a bit of a silent audience. I don't see much of the audience. Every once in a while, people comment, but you know, I appreciate the people who are, you know, working in the videos in the chat and stuff. I do appreciate it. But yeah, Better Than Adventure, pretty crazy. It's got good watch time too, which is another good sign as well. Because it means people are actually watching the stuff. That's pretty cool that it's picked up that much traction. Like, I don't think any series has done that good. That's probably my best performing series, which and you know, here I am debating giving it the axe. But I don't know. That's kind of the secondary thing, you know, the views and stuff. It's all about enjoyment and stuff. Because the last time I played the world, I really enjoyed it. But like now I've got so much going on. I don't know what to do. I'll have to see whatever I feel like, you know, shifting and changing. I guess the live stream series, which is Shapes, will be replaced with Subnautica, I'd imagine. Like, I don't think I'm going to do Shapes and Subnautica. I'm hoping I'll be able to get, you know, to a point where I'm kind of happy with it. I don't know if I'd be able to complete the game before I do Subnautica, because I feel like the game is quite lengthy. But, you know, maybe trying to do as many milestones as possible would be good before, you know, October. I could probably get through a good chunk if I do multi-hour on weekends and that kind of thing. I probably don't need to do another episode this week, unless I really feel like it. I don't really, though. I want to really do the 2 episodes that I did this week. And the other one's going to be coming out pretty soon, where I actually started the series and stuff. That'll be coming out pretty soon. Which I enjoyed that episode. It's a little bit different. You know, the longer episodes aren't for everybody, but it's meant to be more like that stream format, so those who actually are interested in the series can watch the streams and, you know, interact in the chat or whatever if they want. That kind of thing. I guess that's what Journey is too. I do get people occasionally from YouTube coming over, or you know, just people on Twitch. A lot of people just show up and are pretty chatty, which is nice. Keeps the juices going, the motivation and everything. It does on its own, but yeah, I mean, every little bit helps. And I mean that. I know a lot of people are like, oh, every bit helps, and it's like, no, not really, but no, this I'm true on. Honestly, like every bit of commentage I've received is just a push in the right direction for me. Oh, we got a nick. Oh, no nicking. I didn't explode the boat. That's awfully nice. Don't got much to comment on. I know I usually do. I guess I did that mining outpost, the last commentary, unless I did one after that. I don't think so. Diamonds, by the way, in case I didn't. I think it was actually fairly recent, because it was like last week, or you know, that kind of thing, like this week, that I did that. Was it the last commentary period? That's an interesting little question I should look into. Oh, no, now everything's screwed up. My thing is sorting. Get rid of the filter. Oh, whatever, I'll come back to that. But I think it was, and I did get a bunch of diamonds, so I should be good to go until the next outpost, which won't be for a while. I know I guess I've only done one of these Farlandiversaries, but every year I've kind of done a new base. But this year's one, I guess, could have been Ophinum, but that landed in June. And I've never done a June outpost, and it threw the whole schedule off, apparently. And now I'm going to be looking at like an outpost next year. Another outpost next year or late this year if I can survive with all these diamonds for that long. Which I think is fine. I don't want to do it crazy often. You know, my last outpost was only about $1 million ago. Which I seem to do them at least every 2 million. I feel like this is probably going to be the longest stretch I go without doing an outpost in the series. I just have a feeling, because I just think it's nice to just be going and going and going. You know, I don't have to stop. I did stop briefly recently, of course, for those diamonds, but it'll be smooth sailing from here. Not with this little boat here, though. It's a little bit jittery, janky. Another thing I saw the jitters in was the Shapes demo, the Shapes 2 demo. I watched Let's Game It Out's video on Shapes 2, and if you watch it, you can see the jitters. Now, it's a thing that happens in a multitude of games because, well, game development involves that. I think it's the byte short, int, and long thing. But games use that. Minecraft uses it. That's why the Farlands exist. That's also why the graphic kind of quality degrades. I have a patch for that, by the way. So if anyone's like, why doesn't your game look like crap? That'd be why. Well, not like crap, but just very artifacted, where everything's like jittering. Like this boat, but everywhere. I had it for a while, and then I ended up getting rid of it, giving it the axe, because it was just too much for me. I didn't really like it in the end, and I don't think a lot of people liked it either. Well, Cherry, at least, I know, didn't like it when it was around, because I did re-enable it. Or not re-enable it. I accidentally lost the file for the jitter fix, but I feel like I've mentioned this a lot, so I'm not going to say too much on it. But yeah, like Subnautica had it when you went up further and further, your hands were shaking. Shapes had it where everything just was moving around, jitter. Pretty wild. And another thing that I've heard through, I don't know if this is an official or not official, but I don't know if this is like an actual bug, but the frequency of the lines. Now, if I come across one while I'm talking about it, I'll let you know what I mean. But there's these lines of sand I keep coming across, and a lot of strange like artifacting in the terrain itself that apparently is a result of some kind of terrain bug. I don't know for sure, but that's I've seen that in Tinfoil Chef's episodes where he mentioned the lines in the sand, and someone commented that the lines are kind of terrain generation bug. A kind of bug like that gets a little bit worse and worse the further you go. Kind of like this, but I mean more in a straight line. Maybe this is an example of it. I guess that could be. Almost like this, where you get like the lines and the weird shapes in the terrain. Yeah, like look at the mini-map. You get all these weird jagged bits. That could just be regular Minecraft terrain. I'm more talking about like these like very well pointed, you know, lines of sand or you know, other material. I think it's usually mostly sand though. I'm gonna keep an eye on the overhead, and I'll let you know if I run into anything. Let me zoom out. I can't really see anything like that. But yeah, I will let you know. What else is that thing that I wanted to talk about? The new series. I talked about Nukecraft, which I didn't really intend to talk about. Oh, this is a strange little thing here. Look at that on the map. This thing. What is it on this side? It's like a ripple. Yeah, you got like a ripple going. I guess talking about the train is cool. I don't mention it enough. Like I mention it criminally little. You know, for something that's like the main attraction in the series. I don't know what this is a result of. If this is just an intended, I don't know if it's intended or if it's a bug, because I feel like you don't see the weird exposed stone anymore. Although I feel Minecraft's terrain generation now, like at post 1.18, is a lot more like calculated. Just because I guess there was a lot more writing behind it. Because there was kind of the original terrain stuff that Notch did for the betas and the old pre-beta and all that, classic and in-dev and inf-dev and all of them. There's those terrains which are kind of, you know, cobbled together. and modified swiftly. And then there was the release terrain, which historically, and I guess up to 1.17, was kind of this mishmash. It was a little bit different. It was something else. I felt that terrain had a lot more mundane terrain, that you'd find a lot more like flat land to build. You know, you had to do a little bit of work. Yeah, look at it, kind of like this. Yeah, like the lines. But you do, you know, a little bit of landscaping here and there, and you could transform anywhere into a good base location. I guess Caves and Cliffs is also kind of like that, where you get some really nice spots, or you get the really jagged. And I feel like ever since Caves and Cliffs is released, I've always been drawn to the mountains. I guess apart from Newcraft 2 now, but like right about every update, I've been really excited about like jungles. Jungles, I feel like, are a really common thing for me to live at. It's just why I've been debating moving away. I kind of, I don't know. In Newcraft, I kind of feel like moving away, and I feel like that might be a little bit, you know, Devin might be like, oh, because me and him were neighbors and stuff, and we're close. But I think maybe I just need to find a better area. Maybe it's the area that's doing it for me, you know? And the whole base idea that I've got with Lapis Lagoon. I might just need to can it for now and come back to it later. Find a nicer spot for what I want to do, which I don't really know what I want to do is the problem. I feel like there's like a subconscious thing where, you know, it's like, yeah, this kind of thing. And then it's tough to interpret a little bit because I want one thing and then I quote unquote want another thing. And I quote unquote, I think, want to develop Lapis Lagoon. I feel like I'm just kind of pandering a bit, but I guess I'll just wait and see when I come back for the spawn layout and whatnot, and I'll see where I land then. What I really want to do, because I've been here and there about it, where I've been wanting to, you know, expand the Lapis Lagoon and build that lighthouse and the keeper's shack. And then I kind of backpedal. I was like, wait, this is, you know, a big old can of worms that I'm going to be opening. Because, you know, now I have this unfinished build and another one that I'm going to be working on. And so I was like, okay, so why not finish that, well, quote unquote starter base, what I called my starter base in the beginning from the, you know, second week. And, you know, finish that, live there, and then develop the Lapis Lagoon from there. But I feel like the location just isn't for me. I want to look around a little bit, find a cool spot. Maybe not close to people. We'll see. It depends where I can find a neat area. I might even log on after stream today and try and find an area. That's an idea. I definitely want to get... I'm excited to play the server, but I feel like there's something stopping me right now. And it's not just the, you know, lack of people. Usually that bothered me, but it's not really too bad. Usually I guess when people are playing it, you know, I kind of I play it more, make it more of an effort, but hey, I can still make it work. Because that's not really the intention of the world. It's not really meant to be this crazy multiplayer thing. It ain't no Hermitcraft, that's for sure. Something else, which I think is, you know, it's all well and good because I'm not really aiming for something like that. I like to have like a format, like a series format like that, where like the episodes and stuff, and you know, you can kind of see the progression. But beyond that, it's not really going to be anything. It's not anything like that. I just talk about Hermitcraft a lot because I really like the server. And I have mentioned before how I've been watching Mumbo Jumbo's season 2 of Hermitcraft. I mean, I'm still watching season 10, the most recent, but I've been watching season 2 with Mumbo, and I recently took on watching a different Hermit's POV for season 2, and I don't know, I might switch things up a little bit because I've been watching Mumbo for a while, and it hasn't really gotten me anywhere. I've just been kind of slowly working away at it, and I think maybe if I switch Hermit, maybe I'll watch it a bit quicker because I really like Mumbo. I think he's an outstanding YouTuber, but something was slowing me down too much. With like the watching of things. I've been trying to think about that a lot because I feel like I've been really slow with Minecraft and TFC's Journey to the Farlands, and I think I got too much on my plate for what I want to watch. I think I should just pick one and go with it. And I think I'm gonna watch Joe Hill's, and it's kind of like an out of left field Hermit, I guess for some, but I really like Joe Hill's and his style and everything. I'm gonna watch it for a little while and see where I get with it. But I feel like there's a lot of fun to be had with a lot of the interaction. Like he seems to cover a lot of more interaction in season 2 because Mumbo does, but he does it in like those collab episodes rather than like just generally talking with people. Like all the time. Well, not all the time, but like I feel like Joe is a very social hermit, kind of always going around chatting with people. I like that. I like doing that. I feel like that's where I'm like that, where I wander around the server finding people to talk to. That's what I like. I like just wandering around getting up to shenanigans and stuff with other people. That's what I enjoyed about Newcraft 1. Well, the base was fun, but I think the people were better than the base. I feel like I could have done anything as a base and I still would have had just as much fun with everyone. Feel like I just get overly ambitious quickly. But that's what I like to do. I like to be ambitious. It's kind of my crux in a Minecraft world. I always like to go big. You can see that in Journey with Ophanim, where I built this huge base in beta. It's not mega. Like I know there's like a proper mega in beta, like mega bases. They're a little bit different to modern mega, but the scale's still all the same. But different palette, same kind of similar product in scale. I don't really build mega builds. I feel like it would be fun to, but I've just never pulled it off. Like last season of Newcraft, I really wanted to try and build something big, like the Oasis Towers. And I probably could have done it, given enough time, but I feel like it would have just taken an eternity. I want to try and do things on the server in a way that would work. But I guess maybe plugging away at a base for countless hours would be kind of nice. Instead of just building a small little shack and calling it done. I do like the grandiose stuff. I'm trying to think of how I want to operate going forward in the server because I feel like I definitely have something that I'm yearning for in the world that I haven't really been, tending to. And it's not the adventure. I've been adventuring a lot and enjoying it, but I need somewhere to hang my hat up when I'm not adventuring. Somewhere really cool. Something to capture the energy that I exude. Everyone's just like, oh my goodness. But hey, a base is an embodiment of yourself. When you build a base, you're kind of, especially in Minecraft where you have that expression. I guess if it were in like some kind of like the forest or another survival game, I guess it's not quite the same. But in Minecraft, you have so many opportunities and different things. Like when I was playing Subnautica and I was finding base locations, it was so much fun. I want to try and bring that to Minecraft because I think what I ended up doing in Newcraft was maybe it was a bit of I don't know if it was a mistake or what, but I think looking back on the original Newcraft 3, the Legacy Newcraft, I remembered picking a base location that I thought was cool, and then I wound up not picking up the base location that was near everybody. And I was like, oh, well, I'm not near my friends. And they eventually came over, Devin eventually headed over my way, and I guess so did Brody. I don't remember what he was up to, but it ended up being that Devin and Brody were working on a secret project anyway. But I feel like I was kind of ruminating on the beginning of Newcraft 3 where I didn't end up, going with them. And I was like, I really got to end up with Devin, no matter what. And I feel like that I might have shot myself in the foot because I did so much adventure and yet so little. Because I went around the island a few times, and then I just wound up right back where I started, which is just the ultimate bamboozle. So I think I'm going to reevaluate and find a new spot. I feel like that's my most, the way I'm going to get back into the server, the best, the most efficient way is just doing it like that, and then going back to Lapis Lagoon whenever I feel like working in that style. But I think I need a new style. I need to figure out what I'm gravitating towards, where I am. Because Lapis Lagoon just was like, yeah, I wanted to build something fantasy. That's what it initially was. And maybe if I'd done fantasy, it would have been cool. But it eventually turned into this huge project where I was gathering all these different materials and stuff, which isn't a bad idea. Or no, not a bad idea, but it isn't like the worst. It's not a, complete thing, but I definitely want to try and do a kind of modular thing. Well, not modular, but like a develop base, like kind of just keep throwing in new bits and pieces. Kind of like Devin's base. Maybe something like that would be better for me. Because I usually always shoot for a big base. Or I build something like moderately sized and I just never build around it. Like I want to build an area. I don't want to build just a little facade and a dock. Definitely not calling out my current base. So that's my idea for that world. I know I'm kind of lingering on it on the Newcraft subject, but I'm really thinking about it because I want this to be my forever world in Minecraft, and I'm not really treating it that way. I want to go into it and do what I want to do and really have a good time. And if what I want to do really ends up being a mega base, I might just have to scale that back and start small and then maybe eventually shoot for that. Because I need somewhere to get familiar with. Because I don't feel like I'm familiar with my base this season of Newcraft, and that's not fun. I liked... Last season was kind of here and there. I was a little bit into the area I was at. Well, I was actually really into the area. I love the bowl, the idea of a bowl base. But I think the fact that it took me so long to develop the base was just kind of annoying because I lived in that starter base and then I moved out of it. Well, I lived in it for a while and then I was like, well, I'm going back and forth, and then I built the storage system, which kind of solved my issue. I think had I continued developing, it would have just been a nice area, especially if it was a longer world. It would have been just a nice place to go back to. But right now in Newcraft, I don't got anything to go back to, and I'm not excited about the current base anymore. And I feel like I've been refusing to realize that this beautiful area that I'm in, the lagoon, is just not for me right now. Not anymore. Maybe at one point in the beginning of the world, I had ideas and dreams for it, but those times have gone, and I need to look elsewhere for now, for my fix. For something to really get the ball rolling. I gotta figure out what I want out of an area, but yeah, that's the whole Newcraft situation. I know I've probably said way too much information considering hardly any of you guys will probably ever see Newcraft, but hey, commentary is commentary, at least in my eyes. At least in my eyes. And now I want to play Newcraft. Do I really want to end this episode off short? Well, not right now, but at the hour. I might do like a little bit, maybe another hour. 2 hours today might be good. I really want to do that long episode, but I'm gonna save it for tomorrow. I did actually do a long episode this week already. I did a 6 hour, which is an uncommon thing. And where was that? Yeah, that was 88 to, no, not 88 to 98. 52 to 88, I think. 7.25. 7 million's been pretty good so far. I've liked it. I wonder what my favorite million would be. The first million was kind of eh. Like there was a lot that happened, like my first pets, a lot of novelty, some jitter points and stuff before I disabled the jitters. 1 base. 2 million consisted of 2 bases. I feel like 2 million was kind of not so memorable. I guess same thing for 3 million. 3 million was kind of boring, and then 5 million was even more. Which is funny. Well, 4 to 5 million was kind of an interesting one because I started the million at anniversary last year, a year ago, and then I finished it kind of beginning of this year. So it was a long million. One of my longest, if not the longest. I have it all written down on one of these sticky notes around me somewhere, but I don't remember. I'm not bothering to look. It's not uber important. But 7 million has been pretty cool so far, though. You know, it's no 6 million. I feel like 5 to 6 million was pretty good. I guess 5.5 to 6.5 was pretty good. That million is nice. I'm coughing. Maybe I should grab myself some water. Hang on. Hang on, folks. I gotta grab some refreshment. I think I'm getting a little bit parched. Alrighty, let's get back to it. Got water. I was getting a little bit parched. I'm surprised I made it that long just without any drinking. I usually grab a water before I get going, get some hydration, but I forgot to today, and I was suffering. But I feel like I get too engrossed, and I forget about it. Until I start coughing, anyway. But yeah, I'm looking forward to wrapping this sucker up and getting back to 367. I feel like it's been so long, 2 months, the full summer, pretty much. And it's what I wanted to do. I mean, last year I actually wanted to do all of August, and this year I managed to do half of July and pretty much all of August. Man, it's the 30th today. Wow. Time flies, honestly, though. I talk about it, but it's true. It is true because I feel like August just started, now it's over, kind of thing. And it's just only gonna get worse and worse, that whole time thing. Even though time never goes by slower or faster. It's all about how you perceive it, but oh well. I guess your awareness of it is the thing. The illusion of time, as Vsauce put it. I should watch Vsauce again. That's I love Vsauce. It's a great channel. It's a good channel. I got a lot of good repository of channels I always go back to. What have I been watching a lot of lately? I mean, I guess a lot of the series is and general one-off YouTube videos. Um, man, I'm looking forward to getting Subnautica going though. It's gonna be so much fun with Devin in October. That's a full other month from now, but one can dream about that. I think I need to get a little bit more logs. I kind of got sidetracked a little bit. But yeah, I still haven't even finished Subnautica in my own personal save because I've been so busy. This week was just a busy fest. I got a brand new laptop for school, which set me back quite a bit. Oh gosh, finances and the whole trying to get something, good computer because I needed something to work well for all manner of things that happen in an engineering degree. But yeah, that set me back a little bit, and I've just been. Well, I got shapes as well recently. I've been just buying up a storm. What else? I feel like I'm missing something that I got. I don't know. I got that plushie, the Wallbox one, before it closed. There was a Mycelium Monsters Wallbox plushie, and I ended up getting that before it went out of it was a limited time thing, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool to get because I really, I've been playing Mycelium Monsters for a little bit less than Journey. It's about, I think, almost about 2 years. It'll be my second year in, I think, December. Because I started right around the Festival of Yay in 2022, and it's been a lot of fun. I've spent a little bit of money on the game, but I think if it's not like, it's not like you're emptying your wallet for it or anything. I feel like it's not bad. And if you really like a game that much, you might as well. But that's been like my go-to mobile game for 2 years, and it's been a lot of fun getting all the monsters and stuff. I guess when I initially talked about it, I was kind of like, oh, it's kind of a strange game to bring up because it's a lot of like people's childhood game or whatever that they played, but it's a lot of fun just even playing now. And I think now that a lot of YouTubers have covered it, in I think 2022, a lot of YouTubers were covering it and stuff, and it really became something greater. And I'm a part of the Reddit for MSM and a bunch of stuff, and I've been kind of trying to be a little bit active in like little things here and there. And that's been a real good time. I don't play many other mobile games really. I'm not too into a lot of them. So that's kind of been my go-to mobile game for a long time. Oh. Looking forward to, I think Anniversary Month begins tomorrow, and that every kind of month is a different event. And I'm looking forward to the next one, which will be, I think will be tomorrow. There's a lot of cool stuff available. I'm trying to stay active in it because I'm trying to get a bunch of epics and stuff. But yeah, that's been a really good time. Really solid time. I'm engrossed in that. I've been kind of here and there with Journey. I've been trying to do it daily. And it's been going pretty well. I'm giving myself some leniency because I'm not really going to force the series to be, anything that it's not. I'm still just doing it whenever I kind of want to do it. It just so happens to be just about every day. I feel like it's kind of habit, kind of just, wow, this world is so cool kind of thing. Because it is a cool world. It really is. And I can't really deny that. But I guess after I wrap this up, well, not wrap up, I guess wrap up the commentary, I guess, which will be pretty soon in about a few minutes here. I guess I'll play some My Singing Monsters and stuff, and start watching some YouTube. What's my thing gonna be of choice today that I watch? Well, I think I'm gonna watch some Joe Hills. Joe Hills is kind of a gem I've discovered recently, especially with the start of season 10. I was watching Joe and I was like, I've watched him a little bit. You know, that the guy who's here live in Nashville, Tennessee. And he's kind of been a hidden gem because I watched him, like I said, I watched him a little bit. And I never really came back to him. But recently with season 10, I've just been really getting into it. And watching his season 2, I realized that he's kind of, he's very similar. He's changed editing a little bit since then, of course. And, as with anything a decade later, right about, you'd be quite a bit different, but it's cool. I've been really enjoying the first few episodes I've watched. So I want to look for the stuff like that I'm going to really get into, that I'd binge watch and whatnot. Like The Umbrella Academy, which I just binge watched and finished, and oh, that final season. That was a mess of a season. Like, I was kind of like, okay, kind of for a while, I was kind of putting up with it, and then, well, I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah, some stuff happened that I wasn't really happy with. I don't really like the way that it ended. I was like, well, I was kind of like okay with it, and then I started watching the videos, and I was like, wait, yeah, this is actually kind of stupid, that the way that it was written and stuff, and rushed and all that, half-baked. So yeah, I was like, yeah. But that was a show that I kind of binge watched, and I've been really slow with my other series. But I guess I was slow with Generic B's Hermitcraft, and that wasn't because I didn't like Generic B. Although I guess I did binge watch that in the end to wrap it up. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, I think I'll just do one at a time though for now. Like I think I'll do Joe Hills for now, and then maybe I'll just do TFC all in, like, a bit more in its own thing, because I feel like watching so many series where I'm not binging any of them. I feel like they're all kind of at this snail's pace. They're all kind of all over the place. I guess I'll have to get a screenshot, a thumbnail for the episode in the next hour. So you got me for one more hour. Just no commentary after this, because I can only talk for about an hour before I start running out of things, because this world does not provide me with much to say. I occasionally run into, the nice, lovely terrain. I mean, it's kind of everywhere, I guess. Everything looks kind of cool. This flat forest. Everything beta is cool in a way. But yeah, I'll give it one more hour. The commentary can't last forever. Like, I could do game streams in general for hours, but that's because I'm talking with someone or commentating the game, like, oh yeah, look at me, I'm walking. Oh, it's nighttime, better place a bed. Like, that's about the most you're gonna get. Oh, gotta place some dirt, jump over this hill here, water bucket down. You get the idea. I should probably mute my mic now. Okay, well, I guess that's a good wrapping up point for my commentary anyway, so I'll see you at the end of the episode. I guess I do actually have to unplug my mic and everything, so give me a moment. Old Minecraft, not going through the speakers when I unplug my mic. Yeah, it's lovely. I think it was Control. Yep. Oh, no, it was the other one. Other hotkey. I changed my hotkeys recently, and now I'm all screwed up. There we go. Okay, I'll be back in an hour. Say, I must say that hour went by pretty quickly. Uh, I did notice a lot of drop frames this stream. Like about 5% of the stream was drop frames, so I might need to figure that out. I know someone commented that about better than adventure stream, but I didn't really notice it then. But I do notice it in these Farland streams, so I might try and tweak things in between streams to try and limit that because I know it's probably a little bit annoying for you guys to watch. Sorry about that, but yeah. Anyway, thank you though for watching regardless, and I will see you all in the next one. Alrighty, goodbye.